Hi, welcome to Think Human. I'm Chris, and in this video, I want to talk about the artificial intelligence stop button problem. This is with artificial intelligence safety, and essentially, the idea goes that you have this artificial intelligence system, and it can think and reason about the world and make choices and changes in the world, and also it has a stop button, like a big red button on its chest, let's say. And you tell this machine, hey, like, go make me a cup of coffee, and it goes to make you a cup of coffee, but like, for whatever reason you don't want the coffee anymore, so you think you just go there and you press the stop button. Um, and as soon as you do that, the machine will stop you from pressing the button, because from its point of view, it wants to make you a cup of coffee. The most important thing for it in the world right now is making you a cup of coffee. And if it was turned off, if you could turn it off, then it couldn't make you the cup of coffee, and it would fail its purpose, it would fail its goal. So this is something that is kind of an instrumental goal that arises from a simple kind of goal that you give it initially, like make me a cup of coffee, but we don't write in anything about, we don't program, we don't say anything about keeping itself alive. This is something that naturally arises from an intelligent system, reasoning about the world and itself, that if you were to shut it off, it could not complete its goal. So this is a really simple and kind of cartoon example of it. But this can be taken into like the actual real world, that if you have this intelligent system that can make changes in the world, like how do we press the stop button? There was something said like, why don't you just switch it off? But it's not really that easy when you think about it a little bit more. This system can really quickly be more intelligent than any human being, so it wouldn't be as simple. It could always be some steps ahead of us, many steps ahead of us potentially, and potentially even so many steps we couldn't even see the top of the mountain of intelligence that it's on. So turning it off, just saying it, pressing a button wouldn't work. It would make sure in like fractions of a second before we even begin to think about turning it off, how to prevent us to turn it off. It's all stuff to think about in this artificial intelligence safety area. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this point, that there are certain characteristics and behaviors that can arise from just given one simple goal, and having nothing to do with what we actually said initially, but this is just something like how it would rise. Same way as you say, make a cup of coffee, the same way the intelligent machine also has to, go to the coffee maker and pour some water. These are also instructions that if you make a good system, you don't need to put those things in. It just figures out how to make it for you. So same way along those lines, you can figure out, hey, like I can't be stopped, otherwise you couldn't make a cup of coffee. So yeah, a lot to talk about here. Really, it isn't as simple as just pressing a button. Anything more intelligent than us could stop us really, really easily. Even not physically, there's no body even needed. Even if it can only speak through text, it could still out manipulate us and convince us that it's good or whatever, or that we don't really need to shut it off or whatever. Yeah, so this is an interesting thing to think about. Just some ideas about this specific thing. So I hope you got something interesting out of this, and thank you for watching. Take care.